Hey guys, it's me, it's Small Your Angel, and today this video here is for my diamond leaders. This is for Mr. Bernie Chu, Mr. Holton Bugs, and Mr. Shay Moran. Um, as you know, I'm Mo. I am one of the representatives that has taken a hold of the OG fundraiser program and has just ran with it. And with that being said, I think it's time for me to run a little bit further with it. So me being a leader, I want to be able to show my followers that, it's okay to ask questions. Even, I realize that we as individuals, we won't ask a question because we may feel like, that might be a dumb question or, we just won't ask questions. So with that being said, I'm going to ask my question. I was speaking to some of my OG brothers and sisters yesterday, and um, they have been sharing some very, very, very valuable information with me. They have been very supportive of me, um, and they also have been confirming some things for me. And one of the representatives that I was speaking to, he asked me a question. He said, "Well, let me ask you a question. Do you ask the four questions?" And I said, no, I don't ask those four questions because that's not conducive to what I'm trying to do. Those four questions, as I thought about it, I thought about it last night and, I was pulling out information, I was pulling out old books, and I ran across my book that I signed up. This is the book when I signed up that I got. And I was looking in the book and I was flipping through it. And I said, okay, the four questions. And I came across this um, one right here. And I said, okay, the four questions. The OG method of operation, simple and duplicatable. Hmm. I thought about it. I said, okay, well, you have two different sides of this. You have the OG retail and you have the OG cares, the fundraiser. So for me to say, I can say, okay, this can be an OG method of operation. It's simple and it's duplicatable. And I want to make sure that I'm on the right track because I think I want to take this thing on a road. And I want to make sure that it's okay and that, I'm doing this right. And I'm following what I'm supposed to be following and I'm not changing anything. I need for the representatives to understand I'm not trying to change anything. I'm showing you another way. We have to think about our target audience. We have to think about who we are surrounded around. We have to think about who was in our network. So, with that being said, my four questions, if I'm approaching a situation to someone who is saying, I'm $500 short of my mortgage and I don't know what I'm going to do. The first thing that I would ask her or him is, let me ask you a question. How many people do you know drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? And they're going to say a lot. Then the next question would be, how many of those people know your situation? And you might get that eyebrow like, um, quite a few. The next question would be, how many of those people would be willing to support you? They may say something else. The last question would be, how many of those people want to see you succeed? If you notice the way that I answer those questions, ask those questions, if you notice each question, your numbers are going to decline. That's what it's supposed to do. And this is why an individual cannot see how this fundraiser model works. And this is why they want to keep making a reason to call it a scam. It's simple and it's duplicatable. Once we get to that position to where we have to say, okay, we need help, we gotta ask for that help. We gotta step out the box. We're trying to be like Tom and Susie. They live next door, And we're so busy trying to keep up with them. Our mortgage is, we can lose our house. But Tom and Susie is the biggest coffee drinkers. We know we could probably get them to order 20 boxes this month. But because we don't want everybody in our business, or we don't want to say, hey, I need help, we won't ask Susie and Tom to have a fundraiser with us. So we'll say, oh, they won't be interested. It's an excuse. And I want to let people know that there are no excuses. We don't have to have excuses. So, um, with that being said, I don't want to hold you up no longer. I want to make sure that I'm on the right track. And if you could just leave me a comment, hey Mo, go for it. Please let me know because confirmation has hit me this morning. Um, I'm ready to take this thing on the road. OG cares, and I want to show that they do. Regardless. I'm gonna keep doing these videos. I'm gonna keep motivating, and I'm gonna keep, you know, pushing out that energy that people need. If we gotta hold some hands, I'm willing to hold those hands. But I want to make sure I'm on the right track, and I also want to show my followers that it's okay to ask a question if you don't know. And I also want them to know that anything that I do before I take the next big level, I'm always gonna come to somebody. I know that I can come to. I am supposed to come to you guys. So because I want to make sure that I am representing all of us. I'm not in this business just representing Organic Gold or just representing this gas cafe or me. I represent a whole bunch of people, and they support me and they love me, and I love them, and I want to show them how to do this the right way. And with that, the last thing I want to say is I'm also letting people know that think back to those questions and how those numbers decline. And now I want you to think about that 18-month commitment. Now is the time where you need to start finding new friends, start plugging into new things, start looking around, finding other things to do, and leave those low numbers alone. And we are trapped 1% of that population that we are trying to get, and we are going to be okay for the rest of our lives. So, with that being said, you guys, I love you and thanks for all your support and help and can't wait to hear from you. I will see you guys in Florida. Miss Gina Khalik, Florida. I'm on my way.